What's going on, folks? What's going on? The S.I.N Radio Cast. I'm your host, Mr. Mercy.
I'm your man, Cool Breeze.
And this is S.I.N Radio Cast, folks. What's going on, man? What's going on, Cool B?
Yeah, I'm good, Mr. Merce. Everything is moving right along. This, out here in LA, getting a lot of things going. As you already know, we're doing a lot of business stuff behind the scenes. So things are picking up. There's a lot of momentum happening. And that's why we're trying to put out more shows, and we're trying to put out a lot more content for the YouTube and everything, as well as the podcast. So, but we're going to keep everybody informed. How's everything on your end, brother?
Man, everything's good over here, man. The weather's been kind of crazy. Atlanta, schizophrenic weather. We had like a tornado watch last night warning.
Oh, wow.
And, it was pretty crazy. Kind of shut a lot of things down, but I'm over here maintaining. Can't complain, man. Just enjoying the ride as we build up these businesses in the background, man. So just can't wait. Those things up and get them fully off the ground. But stay tuned for that, folks. But yeah, man, it's not about us today, man. We had to get on the mic because there's a hot topic across the internet, and I felt we had to kind of touch on it. And so many people have spoken on this situation. I'm sure, unless you've been under a rock for the last week and a half, I'm sure many of you have heard about the fallout with popular YouTuber Derrick Jaxn. A lot of people have been chiming in. A lot is coming out about his his escapades, sexcapades, all these things he was doing. Meanwhile, he was a very popular YouTuber, giving women advice primarily. And I feel a lot of females lost a superhero, over the last week or so. So we're going to get into that in a minute. But before we really dive in, man, I just wanted to shout a few people out. Always our folks over at Turntable Tendencies, tttradio.net.
Yes.
And YZ, DJ Scan, DJ Hobo, DJ Show Spec, DJ Philly, and definitely want to shout out DJ Helm Media. Shout outs to those brothers over there.
Hold on, it's not to correct you, but it's DJ Philly. Sorry about that, folks. It's DJ Philly. Okay. And also wanted to shout out the new podcast that a couple of the guys from over there in Turntable Tendency are working on, as well as myself. It's called Eats, Beats, and Rhymes. That's going to be in the pipeline real soon. But also we want to shout out our Instagram, which is S.I.N Radio Cast. That's on the IG, of course. And we're also on S.I.N Radio is on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter as well.
That's right. Hit us up, y'all. We follow back. We in Hollywood. We follow back.
Hit us up. Let us know what you think. Show ideas. If you like the show, if you don't like the show, whatever, hit us up. Let us know.
That's right, man. And yo, before we really get into it, I got to give another shout out to this brother. I heard about him through Dr. Boyce Watkins. He schooled Roland Martin on his show.
Yeah, he did.
This young brother, I think he's 21 years old?
Yeah, he's 21.
And his name is King Randall One. And he actually opened up a school called the Dream Academy in Albany, Georgia.
Yes, he did.
Check him out. His IG is at New Emerging King. That's NEWEMERGING King. KING, all one word on IG. He is doing some amazing things for a 21-year-old, helping out the younger kids in his neighborhood. He went and actually purchased a school and also purchased a school bus.
Yes, he did.
But he's very well known for going on the Roland Martin show and pretty much schooling him on his own show. I suggest you guys go over there and type it in on YouTube. And he's also on Dr. Boyce Watkins' podcast on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
I listened to the brother. I was thoroughly impressed. And us over here, S.I.N Radio Cast, we always got to shout out the young brothers that are doing positive things, because we always highlight the generation of kids that are not really doing what they're supposed to do. And we really don't take time out to really uplift these young brothers that are doing positive things. So we just definitely had to put that out there, man. So go check him out. And also, I believe he's taking donations for the school. I'm definitely going to make a donation.
Yeah, for sure.
And I just recommend everybody go over there and hit that brother up and make a donation, man. Any amount counts, man. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. So, every little bit helps. Show the love. It always comes back. And once again, we tip our hats off to the young man, and much success.
Salute, man. Salute. So let's get into it, man. Episode number 15.
15, yeah.
And today's show is titled Stop Faking Jax. The brothers that fake Jax get laid on their back.
Yeah, it's a great song, and it holds a lot of weight, especially now,
Yeah, shout outs to Pete Rock. That's actually a line from Havoc.
Yeah, it is.
I think it's QU Hectic. I believe it's QU Hectic. He said that line. And I remember, I don't know, it was in the mid-90s, there was a group called, I think it was called I&I, and they ran with Pete Rock, and they actually took that sample and made a whole song around it.
Yeah, I remember that joint.
Jaxn. That was one of my favorite joints, man. So shout outs to Pete Rock and I&I, wherever they're at. But yeah, man, title of the show is Stop Faking Jax. Obviously, we did a spinoff of Derrick Jaxn's last name. He spells it Jax apostrophe N. So
yeah,
it's a little bit different spelling. But like I said, this brother right now is a hot topic on YouTube. He's even been on a lot of the radio stations. He got Donkey of the Day from Charlemagne the God on the Breakfast Club. Hot 97 is talking. So this story is pretty much a big deal. It's pretty much in your YouTube feed if you're into black media. I mean, even Queen's Flip. Shout out to Queen's Flip, man. Even he actually had to chime in on that. And,
well, the thing is, a lot of people that I know, or people that I'm coming across from like different parts of the world, of actually following this guy, Derrick Jax, and now a lot of people, specifically a lot of women, are kind of butthurt about this whole situation with Derrick Jax. Okay. And and a lot of people now are not really taking their foot off the gas pedal, especially men, because Derrick Jax, his claim to fame was putting other men down.
Right.
That's, the bottom line.
Right. And let's just, like, for all the people who might not know who he is, I like to give a little background on a person before we really get into the meat and potatoes.
Yes.
But I think he entered the scene around like 2012. He was pretty much, he had a blog. Let me see here. It said he had a blog where he revealed a lot of the mistakes he caused his college sweetheart. I believe that's his wife. Her name is Denaya or Denaya, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I might be saying it wrong, but pardon me on that. Pretty much the couple reconciled, got married, and started a family together. And pretty much he chronicled that whole interaction with each other, making up to his lady. He chronicled their story on social media. And pretty much he created a big following of women behind that, okay? A lot of females, looking at his story, how he did a lot of things for his lady, getting married to her, reconciling for the mistakes he made when he was running around here and doing what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
And it kind of, played on the hop string with a lot of females. Our women, they have emotions. Our women are emotional creatures. And they always, our women love a good love story. They love a Love Jones, Love and Basketball, movies like that. I mean, not to laugh at it, but these are the things that our women gravitate towards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So
yeah,
yeah, so so at the end of it, he has penned several books on the topic, including Things She Wishes You Understood and A Cheating Man's Heart, and created card games designed to promote and stimulate and dealing and this thing's dealing with intimacy between partners, and he throws a lot of biblical references into a lot of his content,
right,
and also and he posts a lot of images of the of I guess the family structure, or what a family nucleus should look like, and but outside of that, he's been up to a lot of stuff. He's been doing a lot of how do you say curricular extracurricular activities outside of his marriage. And now a lot of things have really blown up in his face, but from what I gather and from what I see, it's like it seems like a lot of things outside looking in to his marriage, a lot of things seem rather off with him and also his wife.
right, definitely.
And so it's just a lot of videos that have come out since he has cheated or he has been exposed with him and his wife. And it
Right.
seems like,
Let me
um,
not to cut you
no,
off,
go
but
ahead.
I
Mhm.
wanted to point something out because there are some inadequacies with him and his wife. For one,
Okay.
a lot of people never seen his wife before,
Okay. Yeah,
so
you're right. Hmm.
they really people never really saw them in public, any no real pictures. I think some people didn't even realize he was married. Um, and just for anybody, like I said, for anybody who doesn't know Derrick Jaxn is a brother that's very well trained, got the body. You can see he's a gym rat, and he created a very big following, over 1 million followers. So you got to understand, this man was catering and in the manosphere. We looked at him as a panderer, like he panders to women,
Yeah.
says what they want to hear, and I wanted to add that because that's why he's being destroyed right now. Okay, but the person that's really bringing down his brand is not a man at all. It's actually a female by the name of Tasha K. Tasha K is really,
Yeah.
really putting a foot on his neck, pretty
Yeah.
much.
He's stepping on his neck real hard.
So you got to understand that Derrick Jaxn is catching a beat down always. He's
Mm.
catching the beat down from the manosphere. A lot of the men, red pill men, are like rejoicing. It's like a holiday for us right now because as men, we know when another man is full of shit.
100%.
Men know when other men are full of shit. You see what I'm saying? We know when somebody's talking just to talk, to say the right things at the moment. We know ass kisses when we see them.
And the funny thing is, too, um, I've been sent this video before he even cheated on his wife or whatever the case may be. I've been sent his video from just different people that I know, and from like family members or friends, specifically female friends or whatever. And it's like, they're like, well, what do you think about this? And I'm like, okay, well, he's saying all of this stuff, but does he really practice what he's preaching?
Right.
And the thing is that I just never really cared for him like that, because it just seemed like he's not offering any real help or solutions to a situation. He's just telling females, oh, well, if this guy did that, he's the worst, he's trash, he's this, he's that, blah, blah, blah. And he'll laugh at people. So now it's been a couple of people, like there's a popular rap artist and a blogger, Gilly, and
Yeah.
and and um Gilly Kid and his cousin Wallow, they were posting something, or Gilly posted something, and about, and Gilly, he's like what's the saying, tongue in cheek type of stuff, where he's telling you what the real deal is, but he's telling you in a funny way or whatever. And he posted a video like it was like a while ago, maybe like about a year ago or so. And then this dude Derrick Jax commented on it, and he was like this guy is like pretty much summing it up. He's like he's a clown or whatever the case may be. So now Gilly put a video out with what he posted, and he's like, was this the clown that was getting on me or whatever the case may be? Because Gilly's married, and you know, he's always putting his wife in his videos and stuff like that, and they're always going back and forth, joking around and stuff like that. But then Derrick Jax is a hypocrite because no one saw what his wife looked like, and then he's making comments on what men are doing, or what men are not doing, or what men are supposed to be doing. But this guy had a whole nother life, you know, getting women pregnant behind his wife's back, and it was just like come on, dude. I'm like, you're the hypocrite of the year, of the century, you know.
Also, remember when Kevin Samuels, shout outs to the Godfather, Kevin Samuels did that video that went viral with the young lady that the average at best. I'm sure a lot of you heard about that. It was on World Star, went viral. Derrick Jaxn in his car, of course.
Yeah.
We know he wouldn't be in the house with his wife. In his car, he responded to Kevin's video. He pretty much tried to down talk Kevin, try to call him out, and he did, you know, he did his best Panda Bear, you know, impersonation. And so Kevin Samuels never really, you know, addressed him directly. You know, Kevin is a smooth guy, but I hear Kevin Samuels will be responding to the whole Derrick Jaxn situation. But yeah, he was one of those guys that attacked Kevin. There was a lot of other people attacking Kevin for that video, and he's in hot waters, man. He's in some serious stuff right now. Several young women have come forward. And what makes it bad is that when Derrick Jaxn got first outed, he pretty much lied to everybody, said he had a sexual affair with a woman without actually having sex.
Yeah.
Us as men knew that was straight bullshit.
It was nonsense.
And a lot of women knew that was bullshit, right? And of course, this man who never says I, always says Derrick, always speaking in third person, right? Comes on and does another live or recording with his wife sitting there looking like she came from the gym with him. And it looked like he was holding her hand so tight that you could see the veins popping out of her neck. From the blood flow.
He was grabbing her hand like it was a karate grip, man. And she was just sitting there. And I was like, I looked at that video, and then I was reading through the comments, and a lot of people were like, just blink if you're okay. Like, why is he holding her hand like that? You know, like Thanos in the Marvel movie, how he had that metal glove with all of the rubies and gemstones on it or whatever. That's how he looked like he was holding her hand.
Right.
Like he wished he could just grab her hand and then reverse time back or something like that.
Right.
But no, you can't.
Yeah, man. So the first lady that exposed them was a lady by the name of Candace D. Medeiros. I think that's her name.
I believe that's her name, yeah.
Right. And she pretty much took pictures of this man when they were they're actually in his house. And she pretty much lined them up, right? Just lined them up. And apparently they were having their little affair. And what happened was Derrick must have reconciled with his wife and pretty much just cut that young lady off, right? This was some months back, maybe it was in 2020. He just pretty much clean cut her off, right?
Right.
Now, I know from personal experience what can happen when you cut a female off that you were dealing with on the side. I mean, I'll give you an example myself. Look, man, I'm no angel. And what's happening to Derrick Jaxn ain't nothing really new to me. I've been there. You know what I'm saying? The difference is I didn't get on the internet and bash men for doing it. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really have too much backlash because I was a guy that, you know, at one point I had a starting five. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. But I had a starting five. I had a situation once upon a time down here in Atlanta where I had a girlfriend at the time, and you know, I decided to entertain another female. And what happened was my youngest brother came into town to hang out. And what happened was when my brother I had to be picked up from the airport, I sent my lady, my girlfriend, to go pick my brother up. Right now, everything was cool. You know, we hung out. She, you know, my lady hung out with my brother, but there was a day that my little side piece wanted to come through, and she found out my brother was in town, so she wanted to meet my brother, of course, right? And we hung out with her for a night, went out, chilled or whatever. So now it's time for my brother to leave, and I was working, so at the time I wasn't able to take him back to the airport so he can, you know, leave out to go back to New York. So what did my dumb ass do? I decided to let the side chick take my brother back to the airport instead of my main chick. And that was my mistake. See, what happened was my brother got dropped off, and I ain't trying to throw him under the bus, but my little brother got dropped off, right, to the airport. And as he's getting out of the car, he thanks the side chick and calls her my main girl's name. And she must have been like, what the hell you just called me? Who the hell is such and such? And my brother's like, oh, no, I'm my bad. I meant to say such and such. Yo. So to make a long story longer, right? Me and the girl, she sends me a text the same day and asks me, who the hell is such and such? I'm not gonna say the name, right? I'm like, I don't know who the hell is he talking about. So I kind of brushed it off, like, nah, you tripping. I don't know. He tripping, man. I don't know what he talking about. Right? So we kicking it. And I say about a week or two later, this girl, the side chick, asked me to come over her house to help her with something on her vehicle. And we there was a part missing. So what happened was we had to go on this mission to try to find this part. We going to hardware stores, we going to Home Depot, we going to different places. And as we go into these different places, she's starting to get more and more frustrated that we can't find this particular little hardware piece, right?
Right.
So we get to a Walmart and it's not there. And she's now boiling mad because she can't find this piece. And I'm like, yo, you got to calm down. We'll find the shit. So she just spazzed out on me. Like, you know, stop talking to me like that. And she just went off. And she's like, you know what? You could drop me off right here. I said, oh, okay. Pull right over, drop the ass off, and kept it pushing.
Oh, man.
So later on in the day, she texts me, that's mad janky what you did and all this stuff and da-da-da-da. But by that time, guillotine, cut off. Never called her, never texted her back. That was it for me. My cutoff game is impeccable. All right, when I cut you off, I cut you off for real. Well, what happened was,
oh man,
you didn't hear nothing from me for like a few weeks, right? Right. And then let me tell you what this broad did. She went on Facebook. She remembered that name my brother said. She went through my friends list, and only one person had that name. What do you think this broad did? Sent her a little birdie. Oh yeah, you talking to such and such? I just want you to know that, you know, I'm messing with him around such and such time. I met his brother, and he called me your name. His brother called me your name. And boom, blew my whole shit up. Blew my whole shit up. Yeah, been there, done that. Derrick, you ain't the only one. Okay? But I didn't get on the internet pandering to women, pretending like I wasn't the beast that I was.
Right.
Okay, and this is why he's getting it so bad. And, you know, a lot of people are talking about this subject matter, bro, but I just wanted to kind of touch on it from a different angle.
Right.
Because a lot of people don't look at the deeper aspect, the unseen aspect of this thing, the spiritual aspect of these things, man.
Yes. Yep.
Because a lot of people are not spiritual, man. They're not spiritual. They're religious, but they're not very spiritual, man.
At all.
So yeah, go ahead.
No, well, I'll just to jump on or piggyback on what you were saying. A lot of people are not spiritual. I think a lot of people don't really have like a conscience. So it's just like they're moving around, and it just seems like now more so than ever, a lot of people are kind of dead inside, man. They're just like a zombie or whatever. And you can tell, or at least I can tell, when you're dealing with a person like I'm not say dealing with, but when you look at a person like Derrick Jax, for example, like when he's speaking to you through whatever outlet he's on, or his IG or whatever, social media, and you look at him and like to me he just doesn't seem believable, man. It's just like he's just talking to you, but when you look at him, it's like the man's soul is like dead inside, but then he tries to use religion or whatever as a way to kind of push himself. But you can just tell that he seems to me like he's a false prophet.
Yeah, that, and he doesn't really have any swag. He doesn't really have anything. He's not magnetic, bro. Kevin Samuels is magnetic.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Say what you want. Talk all the shit you want about him, but Kevin Samuels is magnetic. There's an aspect to him that even when you don't like him, you're gonna call into his show.
Right.
That magnetic. Derrick Jaxn ain't magnetic. He just got muscle. We look at niggas like that, like you think, oh, he got muscle. It's like people that come home from jail and they all muscular and shit. And people assume like, he's probably running it up north, or he was running it in the prison. And come to find out, like my cousin did a lot of time. He used to be like, yeah, all them dudes with muscle wasn't running shit. A lot of them dudes got their asses ran out of the cell block because of the muscle, because dudes is intimidated. He's like, the dudes in prison that tear you up typically ain't even muscular like that. You see what I'm saying? So the muscle thing is just a look. And he finessed that. Women looking at his body, he finessed that shit. Yeah, man. I got the look, I got the physical attributes. Now all I got to do is say the right things. And he just reeled y'all in.
Just off of an appearance. And I would like to say one thing too, Merce, not to digress off of what you're saying about the spirit and spirituality and stuff like that. It just seems like when certain people are famous, or they post certain things on social media, it just seems like certain people put them on a certain pedestal, or certain people on a pedestal. Oh, they're famous, they must have all the answers, or I have to listen to what they're saying. But the thing is that you can have somebody who's not so famous or not so popular, your neighbor or whoever, can tell you the same things that this man was telling you, or tell you something better than what this man is telling you, but you don't want to listen to this man because maybe he's not dressed a certain way, or maybe he doesn't have a certain status or a certain thing. But then this guy with his muscles and his hollowness comes to you and tells you whatever he wants to tell you, and you're buying into it, and he's selling his books. He's selling you a false image. He's selling you stuff that it's not real. But then but people fall into this stuff. But now a lot of women more so are butthurt. But I know, because I was one of the men that was saying, like, this guy is a fraud. Oh, you're a hater. You don't know what you're talking about. This is what real men should do. And I'm like, okay, so now what are all of these women out here saying? Are they going to return their books back to him? Do they still believe in what he's saying to them? So what's going to be the end all be all to it now? Or is it going to continue? Is he going to still sell books? Because the thing is, I just looked on his Instagram, and I don't know how many followers he had before, but when I checked,
Millions.
Millions. Okay. So when I checked, you know, today he had 1.3 million followers. So he probably had more than that prior to this whole situation happening. But then the thing is, when I checked the other day, it was 1.2 million. So it jumped up to 1.3, but he could have had maybe 3 million or 4, maybe even more than that. I'm not sure because I never really followed him like that. But I'm just going off of what I see as of now, as of late. But then the thing is, so now the people who are following him, right? Are they supporting him still, or are they looking to see some sort of drama unfold from this point further on down the line? So
Right.
why are these people sticking around?
Yeah, some people are on there just to watch his fall.
Okay.
You know, some people just follow just to watch your fall, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm trying to tell people, like, there's a spiritual aspect of this thing that nobody's really talking about, man. Let's get into it, man. You know, people don't understand the spiritual realm, man. I'm a very spiritual person, and my lady is my lady is a very spiritual woman of Native American descent.
Right.
And you know, I learned so much from her, you know.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And watching Derrick Jaxn's situation right now, I can tell you from what I've learned about the spiritual aspect of things is that Derrick Jaxn started entertaining a lower entity. You know,
Yep.
that fame that he acquired over time. There's entities within the invisible realm, disagreeable entities that don't want to see you prosper. Okay.
Right.
And at some point during his rise, these entities came to challenge this brother. These darker entities decided to challenge him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because let me tell you something, everybody gets tested. When my dumb ass was over there, you know, dealing with a side chick and doing all this stuff, I was entertaining the female with a lower entity on her, right? And as a result of that, I got exposed by that energy. That energy actually exposed me to my girlfriend at the time about what I was doing. But at the time, I thought I was getting away with it. I thought I was doing my thing.
Right.
But in the end, on the back end, because these darker entities get you on the back end, they come to you with the beautiful females, because people think the devil's this disgusting looking creature, whatever. No, no. The devil or the darker disagreeable entities actually come to you to the baddies, through the baddies, the ones with the fatties, right? Those are the ones that have these certain energies on them. And when you are married and you're in a committed relationship and you are building an empire such as Derrick Jaxn's, you're going to get tested. You're not going to sit up here like, listen, how can you call yourself a soldier? How are you going to call yourself successful without being challenged, tested? How? How you going to call yourself a warrior if you've never been tested?
Right.
You're always going to be tested. On your way up, these disagreeable entities are going to test you at every level. Every level as you move up. There's going to be a new test. You're always being tested. I'm being tested. I've been tested.
Mm.
Once upon a time, I was an F student. I was an F student with these tests. I was failing. Right. First marriage failed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Relationships failed. I was failing left and right, man. But I kept coming back. I kept coming back.
Right.
I started learning that I can't move this way no more. I gotta stop entertaining these things.
Right.
Derrick Jaxn fell for the bait. Okay? He fell for the bait. He's seen some beautiful women. He felt that, you know, I got a big platform. I've made money. I could get away with this. I could do this. I finessed all these women. I got millions of followers. I finessed all these millions of women and told them what they wanted to hear.
Mm-hmm.
And all it took was a few females to jeopardize that. Okay? A few females. He got millions of female followers, right? Millions.
Yeah.
But all it took was a few females to tarnish his brand.
Tarnish his brand, tarnish his reputation. And the thing is that now, my thing is that I want to see if moving forward, are people still going to support him?
He's going to get support. He's going to get support.
Uh-huh.
You don't get 1 million followers and just lose them all, over an incident like that.
Right.
What's going to happen is, I believe, if he's smart, he will kind of take a little break, rebrand, do some rebranding, maybe get on the network, like the Dr. Phil show. And a lot of females are, no disrespect, something. I know the real ones, there's real females out there that can see through him, and they'll probably never forgive Derrick. But there's a certain demographic of females that will forgive him, and I don't have no problem with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't have any problem with people forgiving him for his discretions and the things that he told and the lies that he fed. I'm not here to destroy any brother, man. I want to see brothers bounce back, get back on track, but be real now. Be honest. You've been exposed. And if you continue to entertain certain energies, Derrick, them scriptures ain't gonna save you. Those scriptures ain't gonna save you, because these entities know the scriptures better than you, homie. They know your weaknesses. They know your thought pattern. They're gonna put something in front of you that you most likely gonna bite on. So I tell people, be careful. Be careful of certain people that come around you, right? They come around you at certain points.
Yeah.
Because they are a test. They're a test. And those energies will send people at you to to stick a wedge in your plans.
Yep. I would say everyone around you is not your friend. Everyone around you doesn't want you to move forward and achieve certain things. So you always have to be leery of who's around you, who people say who people say they are, and what their position is, because your position is to live life, move forward, do a lot of positive things. Other people's positions are to come around you and to take from you and to prevent you from doing these positive things in life. So, you have to be leery of who you let in your circle, who you tell certain things to, and, and just question things. People are always afraid to question things. You have to question. I say question everything.
Absolutely.
And, and just use your wits, use your gut. And if you're not sure, speak to somebody that you confide in, that's a friend, and ask them what their opinions are.
Let me touch on something. You just said something, man, that just made me, I want to touch on this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Trust your gut. How much you want to bet that Derrick Jackson's intuition warned him, and he didn't listen?
Yeah, probably.
He had a gut feeling about this.
Mm-hmm.
He had a gut feeling about this, folks. We all have intuition. The problem is we don't trust our intuition. We got ancestors around us, bro.
Yep.
We got different energies around us for the good of us.
Yep.
That try to warn us. You feel that feeling in your stomach. Derrick Jaxn can't tell me he didn't feel that, bro. Even when he was before he did what he did. Even before he entertained the female. I guarantee you, there was a feeling in his stomach. Something was trying to tell him, I guarantee you, something was trying to tell him, yo, Derrick, chill. That you don't want to go there. She looks gorgeous. But Derrick, you don't want to go there. You don't want to go there.
You don't want to listen.
And the temptation's there. You know, the angel, the devil, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're over there trying to, yo, Derrick, I'm telling you, it looks good, but it ain't good, you know? And that's what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Like, anybody within earshot of this podcast, listen to what I'm trying to tell you, man. So many people are entertaining energies, entities, whatever you want to call them, same shit. Everything's energy, right? And they are risking it all for temporary gains.
Right.
You got so many brothers. I mean, Casanova 2 times just went down. For what? Small games.
Right. If you don't know who that is, he's a Brooklyn rapper who was signed to JayZs Label. And this
not a label. I think it was is it management, Rock Nation?
Probably management.
Yeah, I know he was signed with Memphis Bleak.
But that's still under the JayZ umbrella. And this guy was making moves. You know, he knew celebrities and whatnot, and he was helping. I know he was cool with the actor wrestler The Rock,
Chris Brown,
and a lot of other famous people. Yep. And this guy was still had one foot in the entertainment world and one foot still on the streets, and then he was moving like he couldn't get caught. And at the end of the day, he was still being followed by those boys, and they locked him up. Now he's in jail crying that he wants to get out, but they have all of this information on him that's stating that you were doing this, you were doing that. And it's just like, how can you get around that, bro? Because at the end of the day, you're doing all of this stuff that you wasn't supposed to be doing on social media. And maybe his gut told him that he didn't want to listen. So a lot of the times people have to listen to themselves, and people have to just be around other positive energy or positive people that's going to help propel you to move forward. You know?
Man, I just hope people don't take what I'm saying as a joke. Because I think sometimes people are so religious, they ignore the unseen realms.
Right.
There's an unseen aspect to this existence. It actually dominates this physical existence. Mm-hmm. Is like this. Okay, there's things that you can't see. Most people can't see that are not within your vision.
Right.
And please beware of these things, because these things that you can't see can destroy you.
Right.
It can destroy you. I look at the feds as an entity. The feds, the federal government, to me, and legally it is an entity, because an entity, it could be a corporation, it could be an LLC, whatever.
Right.
And the federal government is incorporated. Okay. So it in itself is an entity. So when you entertain certain things that you know in the pit of your stomach, you had no business entertaining. You're gonna find out if you don't listen to that feeling in your gut. Because there's a brain in your stomach too, bro. You got a brain up here, you got a brain down here. And that's some real spit.
It's real.
But yo, just to wrap it up, if Derrick Jaxn ever takes the time out to listen to this podcast and listen to what we have to say, what I would tell you is, you're gonna be all right. You taking your ass whipping right now, and you deserve the ass whooping.
Oh, 100%.
Just embrace the ass whooping, but be mindful that the ass whipping is gonna last as long as you keep lying. You ever got beat, and then when your mom is just takes a, did you do this? And you know you did it? Nah, and then you lie and you're gonna get your ass whooped more. Just be a G with it, man. Just take your whippings, because see, one thing I learned from this book, How to Win Friends and Influence People,
yeah,
by I think his name is Dale Carnegie,
yep,
is that like for instance, police, they hate when you lie to them.
mm-hmm.
If you get arrested and you knew you did something wrong, just keep it G. Just keep it G. I'm not telling you to rat on somebody. I'm talking about what you did. Keep it G. Because when you keep it G and you say, "Y'all was wrong for that, officer. I should have never did that," you'll find that officers kind of ease up on you. They kind of ease up on you, bro.
Depending on the situation.
Most cases that I've experienced, most officers are understanding, like, "Yeah, you made a mistake." But let you make a mistake and you sit up there denying the shit and they know you did the shit. You're gonna get a different type of energy. You're gonna get a different type of energy. So just be honest with yourself. Be honest with your lady, because at the end of the day, a lot of people forget this man does have a family. He does have 2 children with his wife. And I don't want to see a black family get split like that, man. We got too much of that in our community. And I don't want to see them split. A lot of women are calling for her to leave him. I don't really think that's a good idea. I think they need to kind of get out of the public eye, get out of the public view. He needs to see therapy. She needs therapy because she's going through a lot.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can get this brother back together, put him back together so he can be the best version of himself that he can be.
Right.
But if I was Derrick Jaxn, I wouldn't be on YouTube right now trying to give out advice. I wouldn't. Because right now, your word is compromised. You know, and that's all I have for it, man. You got any last words?
I just think that he just needs to get off of social media right now. And because every other day or every day he's putting out new videos and things like that. He just needs to work on himself, work on his wife, work on his family nucleus, get counseling, definitely get counseling, and then just bounce back afterwards. I just think what he's doing right now is just a quick fix to the problem right now. 1 minute he's saying one thing, the next minute he's saying something else, and he seems a little narcissistic. But I just think that this get off of social media for I don't know how long, but maybe a week, 2 weeks, and then come back.
He needs a month or 2.
Maybe even longer than that. Just get that counseling that he needs, and just see what can be worked out with him and his wife, if it can be worked out, and stop leaning.
I think it can.
Yeah, well, you know, and stop really leaning on religion like that. Which I'm not saying that, you know, people shouldn't be. People are going to be whatever they want to be, but just work on your spirit, work on your energy. And that's about it. That's all I can offer for that, man. I mean, you know, he made his bed. He has to lay in it, so he has to fix that problem.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And sage yourself, Derrick. Sage. Man. But yo, man, that's all I have, man. I'm your host, Mr. Mercy.
I'm your man, Cool Breeze.
And this is S.I.N Radio Cast. We see you next episode.
Peace.